Welcome to Shelter Food and Beer. Today I'm going to be smoking a corned beef. A corned beef is a brisket, 3 pound, 3 ounce corned beef. It comes with a little seasoning pack, by the way. We'll take it out of its package, bring it over to the sink, and wash it off. Now I just lightly rinse it off with cold water in the sink, and then I towel it off so it's just not wet. At this point I'm going to add some yellow mustard. The yellow mustard isn't necessarily for the flavor as much as it is to help. It gives it something for the seasoning to stick to. And smear this all around. Get it on both sides. I don't know if you noticed before I put the mustard on, there's a fat cap on this side, and when you smoke it, that side will be up. So my rub for the brisket will be some honey hog barbecue, which is a nice spicy little rub from a from Meat Church. I'll get that all over there like so. Hit it with a little pepper on this side. And then that little package that came with the corned beef, I'm going to put that on the top where the fat cap is. And that's it. This baby's ready to go. Time to get the coals going. Okay, the cooking strategy is a charcoal kettle pot, indirect cooking at about 225 until the internal temperature reaches 160, then I wrap it and cook it again until the internal temperature reads around 205. I'm going to put some wood chips in it. Haven't decided yet. I'll start out with one good chunk of hickory. It's what I have. So put the grate back in. I like to start out with a clean grill. Okay, that piece of wood is on fire, so start out putting my meat way over here on this side. Fat cap up. There's the Weber Connect. I don't know how well charged it is, so I'm going to use this remote charging system to get it going. It has 4 probes that you could plug in. It comes with 2, so you could buy an extra probe for about $5. They have little color code tabs on them so you know what piece of meat you're charging. You plug this one in there, and then you stick this into the meat. Right now it's saying 58 degrees out here, which is actually pretty correct. So I'm going to want to put this deep inside the center of the meat, like so. Move this a little more to the side, because we want this low and slow. We're talking probably 4.5 hours. Put the lid over there and really reduce the air circulation on that. And voila. Well, the meat came up to 165. Now it's the part where I wrap it. I'm wrapping it loosely, but at the same time, I'm changing the direction. Now the fat side is down for a while. Now I'll stick that probe back in there. I added some coals and a fresh piece of wood, and put the lid back on. It has taken a lot less time than I initially thought. Paying more attention to the temperature than the time on my watch. And it's bumping right around 206 is what I was looking for. 206 what I'm looking for. So I'm going to pull it off. Take the probe out. And I'm going to leave it wrapped. Stick it in a ice chest. I'll let it hang out for at least 45 minutes in there before you even take a look at it. Hoping this works. Smells pretty good. Time for the reveal. Been resting for about an hour. It's still slightly warm to the touch. Smells fantastic. I will slice off some of this and see how I did. Oh, the color is just fantastic. Love that pink color. It's very tender, very juicy. Pulled it off at 206, let it rest for 45 minutes to an hour, and you see it's very tender, very juicy. Pause. That's fantastic. Wow. Wow. Gonna make that for a nice little early dinner, like I said, and then sandwiches for the week. 2.5 hours is all it took. It ran a little high, the temperature, cooking temperature, but I held to the finish temperature and let it rest. This is fantastic. Thanks for watching. Shelter Food and Beer. The big difference I noticed with the corned beef over a regular brisket, it's the color, of course, but also the salt content. In hindsight, I probably would rinse that a little more before putting it on the smoker, or perhaps even boil it for a half hour, 45 minutes, because it seems to hold on to the salt a little more than the way you traditionally cook a corned beef in boiling water. It's tasty, it's tender, smoke is there, but a little salty, I'll admit.